Hello to all our listeners. Welcome back to another episode of Three Men and a Mic. And today we have a guest, of course, and we have the usuals, but they don't want to be called the usuals, so I'll call them not the usuals. We have Sumitendra and Anish, and we have our good guest. We have Pavan, one of our great classmates. So hello, Pavan, and hello, not the usuals.
Hey guys, thank you for having me.
Wow,
Hi guys.
Hello. Thank you.
that is what you wanted
Yeah.
to refer
Well,
as.
I'm
Hi,
doing
Hi
Pawan.
Pawan.
Welcome to our
Great.
Yeah,
podcast.
how are you?
Yeah.
How have both of you been?
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, we've been great.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So the thing is, Pawan, did you have coffee? Did you have coffee?
Yeah,
tea?
yeah. That's coffee is like the typical thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coffee. Oh, so you used Mari biscuit,
No,
Parle-G. What
it's
did you
just
use with
coffee.
coffee?
What do you have with your coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just coffee.
Just adequate.
Light or dark?
Yeah.
Okay. So what about you? Not the usuals. What did you have?
Okay.
You had coffee. You had tea. No, nothing.
My
water?
usual eating Horlicks.
Uh, I had gone out, so I didn't have anything right now. Today I didn't
Okay.
have.
What about you, Sumit?
Yeah. No, normal. I just eat Horlicks.
Oh, Horlicks. The normal. Okay, fine. So,
Yeah,
okay, Pawan, you know that, in our podcast, we have it as a conversation. So, all of us gives the input and, all of us give our own opinions, our own
Correct.
views. So, we consider it to be a conversation. So, I want to start this podcast by asking you, what was the awkward conversation you had with any person? If you want to share it. Whom did you have okay, you don't have to share whom did you have the conversation with, but what was the awkward conversation you ever had?
I think.
So you mean
Okay, do
the
you
most
want it
awkward?
Yeah,
to
the
be the
most awkward
most awkward
conversation
or
you ever
just
had.
awkward conversations in general?
No, like like it's like there's one conversation where you felt very awkward talking about, but you just had to talk about it. But it was very awkward for you. It was the most awkward conversation you ever had in your life.
I think
And hopefully after today, this won't be
situations
on
when
that
you
list.
randomly
Yeah,
meet
we're just
someone,
hopeful.
say a stranger or someone, and you don't know that person specifically, and say suppose he's your friend's friend, let's suppose that's the situation, and you have to talk with that person. So initially you say hi, hello, and the regular conversations happen, but after a point you don't know whether you want to continue keeping the conversation going or what to say. So such situations, especially for me, are awkward situations when you don't know if you got to say bye, you got to continue talking, or those situations for me are very awkward. So if you have to ask me the most awkward moment,
Yeah. So what I'm asking is, yeah, the most awkward moment. Like you can't say bye, but you just have to keep talking with them, and it's so awkward that even while talking, you feel the awkwardness. You're like, oh no, I just want to leave this conversation, but he's just pulling it out long and long. It could be he or she. Or
yeah, that's what I
not like
said.
this. What
So
is that
it
conversation?
was a conversation where there's a friend of mine, and he has a friend of his,
Uh-huh.
and the three of us are sitting, and there's a conversation that's going on, and there's a moment after which you don't know what to talk about, and so it goes all awkward after that. So something like that. That's the most awkward conversation for me. I'm not going to take names, but then that's the situation that was most awkward for me.
Okay. So what about you?
See, for me, I find every time I go to a clothing store, I'll be looking at something, probably a shirt or something that I'm interested in. Then the most awkward part is you found the shirt, you found the color, that's the exact one. Then an employee walks in, then he asks, do you want a different color or size in that? That's the see, you feel bad because that person is asking to help you,
Yeah, but then
but then you want to just push
Yeah.
them away.
what about you?
Yeah,
Sumit?
mine was like every time at marriages or family meetings.
Yeah, they'll ask you,
Family
ಏನಪ್ಪಾ
meetings.
ದೊಡ್ಡಣ್ಣ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ
Where's
ನೀನು
the
ಇಷ್ಟು
most awkward
ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿಂದ ನೋಡ್ತಾ
conversations?
ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
You're
No, I
awkward.
think he means relatives.
Wait, you feel awkward to meet your
No,
own
not
family?
that. See, very far relatives. Far relatives.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be like,
Especially the
yeah,
judgy
older
ones.
ones. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಊಟ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. That's it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just completely change from this awkward conversation. We'll just go right to the podcast. So the first question we actually have today is, so Pawan, lot of us have very unique questions in this podcast. So one of the unique questions we have right now is, so what would you feel if you had your own clones all over the world?
Okay. So how I would feel?
So what would you feel like? It was like filled with male and female versions of you. What would you
I
feel?
think after a point it would get too repetitive, but I think more I feel having clones of myself in a way would be good, because there's certain things that I feel and certain things that people cannot relate with me. Okay, so if you have more clones of yourself, then there are more people who understand how you feel, what you think, what your interests are, etc. But if there are too many people of one kind, I think it will get too repetitive and monotonous. There won't be variety. Everyone's going to be thinking of the same thing. Everyone's going to be feeling the same, doing same thing. So I think they have their perks, both of them. But I think I would prefer not having too many clones of myself. Maybe one or two would do.
Oh,
See, a person, for me, I think I want to as much as I like to be alone sometimes, be with myself. I don't think I would want to share my experiences or be with someone who's exactly like me. And that happens sometimes, right? Two people with the similar thinking and who have similar skills, they tend to not like each other, though they're similar people. Like at probably two sportsmen, like there is a lot of time telling that two teammates of the same team, they tend to fight, probably because they're of the same caliber.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be a problem.
Agree.
You know what I think?
Yeah, see.
I think that
Okay.
I don't know why, but when I'm thinking of my own clones all over the world, I feel like the Indian pledge is coming true, and it's like a nightmare for me. We always say India is my country and all Indians are my brothers and sisters. Now it's actually true. They all look alike like me, and then all of them are like my brothers and sisters, and then it's like a nightmare. I feel like that way. Everywhere you see is just that one face.
Yeah.
That Spider-Man Stark meme. Wherever I go, I see his face. You guys getting it right? Yeah. So something like that. So
Yeah.
I think you have
This could
experienced
probably become the next plot
Season
of
two.
Loki.
Yeah.
No food, because
Yeah.
everyone likes the same food. They eat the same food.
Yeah, dude.
For example, rice. There'll be no rice. There'll only be dal.
Yeah.
Okay,
So Pawan, you're watching Loki.
For example, if you like lace, okay, green lace or orange lace, the other, like the clone also likes the same thing, no?
Yeah.
So
But there are so many people in the world who like the same things I like.
I know, then everyone liking the same thing is different.
So Pawan, you watching Loki because the same thing
Yeah.
is happening in Loki, I
What
guess.
could you repeat
Fine.
that?
Are you watching Loki right now? Because the same thing is happening
I
in
just
Loki, I
finished
guess.
watching Loki.
You just finished watching Loki.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. So how did you find it? You found it great?
Yeah, I think it was
Are you a Marvel fan?
correct. I wouldn't say I'm a very
Crazy
huge Marvel
cliffhanger.
fan, but I did watch WandaVision and Loki, and it's interesting. I mean, those two were really great. So there are hopes for Phase 4 and Multiverse of Madness. That's primarily what I'd be looking for, and so based on that, I think Loki was a great show, and the cliffhanger, as Anish said, it was, I think, the peak of the cliffhanger, and I think they set up Phase 4 with that.
So it's like the icing of the cake on the cake.
Yeah, and also see there were rumors about the older Spider-Man actors
Tobey
going to be
Maguire
in the
and,
new one.
Garfield.
Yeah, and Andrew Garfield. Yeah, so I think this is one of the reasons why they might show up in the next Spider-Man movie, wherein
Yeah.
they're Spider-Man from other universes.
But then,
Yeah,
guys,
and Kang the
Sumit,
Conqueror
go ahead, Sumit.
is teased. Yeah, he's told that he'll come in Ant-Man Quantumania.
Who?
Yeah, I think phase 4 of Marvel would be mainly this multiverse and
Timelines.
multiple
That's
multiple
nice,
timelines.
That's nice. But the thing, guys, the thing is, all the what can I say? The Marvel universe is coming with great shows. The Hollywood itself is coming with great shows. Why? What's so distinct about our Indian soap operas that's very distinct? When you compare it to the Hollywood shows, what's that one factor which engages the audience so much? Not all the audiences, but the majority of them, the kids and the female representation of the audiences in our country. What's that one distinct factor? What do you think?
I feel it's the edits, the type of editing Indians TV serial edits do.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Turning their head
black
like
and
some three
white,
times.
black and white, zoom
dum.
in, zoom out. I think people like to
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
those stuff.
Yeah, they're just enhancing the drama with that.
Yeah, and then chosh, some random sounds.
Yeah, exactly.
People get scared because of that.
Yeah, that's
Like,
nice.
whoa.
What do you think, Pawan?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all
that'll be
there,
the
and that's
reactions.
one of the factors. I think people in India find such shows more relatable than shows like, say, fantasy shows. People living in middle class households, find stories of middle class people suffering and then having problems like they do. So I think such stories give them, more connect than possibly, say, a fantasy show or action, crime. I think that's the reason why daily soaps are a hit in India and not abroad, maybe.
No, wait, don't you think they'll feel awkward because it's Saas Bahu, right? So both of them will be watching at the same time. And then on the TV, one will be the negative character, the Saas, and then the Bahu will be like, crying, suffering. Don't you think it'll be awkward watching? Like,
No, wait. I agree with Pawan. Okay, it's relatable because see, in some serials the Saas is shown as the bad person. In some serials the Bahu is also shown as the bad person. So I feel I strongly agree with Pawan telling it's relatable. Apart from like serials like
Yeah,
Nagin
that's
and
too
all where
much.
they're going crazy with. They start off with something and then from some dimension some ghost starts coming. But yeah, it's relatable. I think that's why people see. Even I was accompanying my Ajji, I think 10 years ago while she was watching all these soap operas on television.
Okay.
Pankaj, what do you think?
I mean, see, I don't watch a lot of TV. I just feel like I think the people who do, TV stuff, they know what they're doing. They know that there's this one factor that is, getting in the characters which are very much present in India, Saas and Bahu. It's like very major factors, major, what do you say, people in the household, and they know that there are a lot of female people who live in a house. They just don't go to work, and then there are people who just sit at home. They don't have much to watch as well, so they just want to cater the same kind of experience they may face in the house, and they're just making something which people think or thought was relatable, but I don't think it's right now. Like in the 90s, I think it was very relatable to some people, but it's over, man. It's around like 20 years now. It's 2020, so I don't think it's relatable now, but I still think I don't know how it's still going on. I still think it's not relatable. It's still going on. I don't know what's happening.
No, the
But
reason
anyway,
I
we
think
just
it's
move on.
relatable
So,
is
to
because
somewhat
there are a lot
relatable
of
now. I don't know.
people who in a way experience things that actually happen on the shows. As in, say, your Saas oppresses you. that happens in a lot of that households even
No.
today. So that in that sense they find it relatable, as in they want to root for a character who's suffering oppression. So in that sense they find it relatable to watch such shows.
So you're saying that it's always just because it's kind of relatable. So relatability
Correct. I
comes
mean,
into
why would
picture
you
right now,
watch
right?
something if you cannot connect with it? I mean, it's if it's for say pastime, it's fine, but then certain people get deeply connected.
So, if it's relatable and
Mm-hmm.
the Sas and Bahu are watching the same show together, where the Sas is the bad person in real life and on TV, don't you think it'll be like awkward? Like, oh, come, ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
See, at that point, the Bahu is connecting
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
show. Okay. At
Correct.
that point, the Bahu is, she's like, oh, this happens to me also. That's why she's watching it.
But then, oh, fine. Fine.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, moving on. So, to the listeners who didn't know, Pawan actually wrote JEE. All right, it's one of the tough competitive exams out there in India, and it's very tough. Like, it's very tough, and he passed with really good the marks and stuff like that. So, Pawan, we know that the JEE exams are coming up this year as well. It's a little late, but it's coming up. So, what do you tell to the people who are taking it this year? So, do you think the stress on student preparing for JEE is actually good? Tell us your experience and tell us what tips you may give to people who are aspiring
So,
to write
firstly,
JEE
I would
exams.
say you need to have the right temperament, as in, you have to keep up that motivation. You know, there are several times in the path when you will feel you will feel vulnerable. There are several times where you might feel like you know nothing, and there are several times that might happen to you, and you still have to keep going. You have to know about what your goal is, and you have to keep working hard. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that don't ever look at others, say in coaching or others, as your exact competition. Look at how much you're able to better yourself with every upcoming exam. Now JEE is conducted 4 times a year. So if you're able to perform better than you performed the last time, it's an improvement for yourself. Don't compare how you're going to do with someone who does better than you, because you both are not on the same level. He has a different mindset, he or she has a different mindset, and you're in a different mindset. So focus on your strengths, better your weaknesses, don't compare with others. And the third thing and the most important thing is keeping your presence of mind in the exam. You might end up panicking, you might end up freaking out. The timing, you might not end up finishing all the questions. In such situations, it gets into your head. The moment you see a hard question, the moment you realize you spent 5 minutes on it, automatically that tension and that fear comes into your head ki all the other questions I might mess it up. So keeping that cool mindset, keeping that thought ki whatever I know, I'll do it, I will do my best. I wouldn't go with the fixed mindset ki I have to finish 20, I have to finish out of 75 questions, I have to finish 70, I have to finish 65. Don't keep that in your mind. Just let yourself go and keep a calm mind, so that once you're writing in the exam, even if you don't know something, skip, come back sometime later. So just keep your mind cool. So these are the things that I would like to say.
I think
Yeah.
that sums it up.
That's great. Thank you, Pawan. Thank you for sharing your suggestions and your your wise words. Thank you so much. And okay, that was a really a very serious topic. So we want to end on a light note. So we'll have a couple of questions. So we'll just we have it's it was a lockdown time, and so people were very dumb. The very dumb people out there as well. That's not a oh my god, that's not a oh my god kind of thing. There are many dumb people who don't wear masks and they just went out during the COVID times, and then they got beaten up by police as well. So when we're talking about these situations,
Yeah.
I got this question. All right, So Pawan, what do you think? Your parents would think if you get arrested one day, alright, and they don't know the reason at all, alright. Your parents and your friends don't know
Okay.
where you got arrested, but they know that you got arrested. So what would be the reason why your parents could assume that you got arrested? What would be that reason?
So you're
Or the
asking me
initial-
what would
initial
be running
thoughts
through
your
their
parents
head
had.
if they found out I got arrested someday.
Yeah, what would
No,
they
no, no.
assume?
Yeah, what would they assume
I
you
don't
would have
think
done?
they would,
Yeah, yeah.
slip
what-
into conclusions and
Yeah.
assume stuff. I'm sure they wouldn't do that. They would possibly try contacting me, finding out what's the problem, and understand the reason directly from me. I don't think they would end up assuming stuff. I think they would be out front, upright, and talk to me and find out
But-
what the actual
okay.
thing is. Because,
Okay. But hypothetically,
hypothetically, people can assume a lot of
but
things.
hypothetically speaking, right? Let's say you don't have phone, you don't have anything. Yeah. So what is that one thing? What do you think? Like if my son is gone to jail for this, what would be that one thing their parents or friends would assume? Like why would he have gone?
I don't have an
There's one
answer for
thing.
it myself. I mean,
Before coming to
I cannot
police station, what
imagine
would they think?
myself in the situation you're putting me into.
It could be anything. Like if you ask me, right? If you ask me, no. If you ask me, I would say like I don't have a driving license, right? So if I go out in a bike and if I get caught, I think that would be the typical thing which my parents or friends would think. He didn't have a driving license, so he was caught. So that would
Correct.
be like a thing which they assume that he might have gone for jail, right? Something like that. So what do you other guys think? Sumit, Anish?
Okay, I'm not experienced. I'm not completely not experienced also. I've been caught multiple times for, violating traffic rules. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not suggesting anyone to do that. But, see, if I would be caught, my parents would probably jump to the conclusion that I've done something stupid that doesn't deserve to be, that I don't deserve to be, in custody or something like that. And probably their first instinct will be to ask me in a loud voice, what did you do? That's probably something they would have asked me. Then after that, probably come home.
And get more beatings,
Get
and then
beaten.
again sleep on roads.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, no, not that extreme also.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about you?
Yeah,
Sumit?
see, I have had just miss experience. Okay, not going to jail. I think you know the Walmart thing. No, maybe.
No,
But then they were polite. They were polite to let me
Oh,
off.
yeah.
Oh my god.
You shop.
No, I did.
Let's tell
I
it to everyone
didn't.
who's
I
listening. You assisted in
I did
shoplifting.
assistance. I was just standing with school uniform. That's why they caught me. Yeah, and then if I was arrested, I think I don't know. Maybe I would have. I'm not getting anything in mind. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, you would have
The
been
thing,
screwed.
the thing why I brought this question up was because internationally speaking, there are a lot of rappers and there are a lot of celebrities who get drunk, who are very used to these narcotics and stuff like that, and then they get hyped up, they get over aggressive, and then they dash into a car, they get into an accident, or they do all these funny and deadly stuff. Right?
Crazy.
So talking about all
but
these
but
musicians
people
and
yet
stuff,
relate to their
basically.
music. But people yet relate to their music.
Correct.
Yes, people yet relate to their music. So
Yeah.
I think this would be the last question of the day. So Pawan, the question is, we're talking about music, right? I assume most of the people like music here, right? Everyone listens to music. Everyone are acquainted with a music instrument, or just learning music as well. So what artist or band do you always recommend when someone asks you for a music recommendation, Pawan? What is it, one artist, band, or artist who would always recommend to people the first time they ask, today I'm feeling like listening to new music, Pawan, what would you recommend to me if I ask you that? Whom or what brand do you not brand,
Okay,
sorry,
so
band would you
the
recommend?
primary type of music that I listen to is Bollywood, and I think the best artist for me is Shreya Ghoshal. I think all her songs are extremely good. Her voice is really melodious, and you're transported into this other dimension when she sings. That's how I feel.
Yeah, Sumit?
Tell that.
I'm thinking there. I'm thinking. Well, see, I don't have any favorites. Okay, if someone comes up to me, I would just advise them not to listen to BTS and Tony Kakkar songs. That's what I would do.
There are a lot of people who might hate you for taking BTS as name.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Nice controversial statement by Sumit. This will be one of our shots. That's
See.
nice. What about you, Anish?
Yeah. Now, if Sumit doesn't show up for next episode,
Yeah,
you know why.
This might be my last appearance.
What about you, Anish?
Any shooter.
Whom would you recommend?
Oh, me. Yeah, see, even I listen to a lot of Bollywood, but my go-to, artists in Bollywood is any A.R. Rahman song. A.R. Rahman is the god of music, as everyone, claims. I love A.R. Rahman, and another artist is Amit Trivedi. I love Amit Trivedi songs. Not particular about any singers, but more about composers and
Alright.
musicians. And I love Bruno Mars, just because for his he's I think one of the only artists who still uses acoustic instruments in all of his songs, rather than having all these synthesizers and all. In most of his songs, not all.
Okay.
In most.
All right, so I think
Okay.
that would be the episode. Thank you, Pawan, for coming.
Thank
giving
you so
us your
much.
time.
Thank
and,
you.
Thank you for being our guest when we asked you, and thank you, not the usuals, for being again this week, and not postponing the podcast more and more. So thank you to our viewers as well, who's listening to not viewers, listeners, that is listening to us till now. Next week definitely we'll get on the podcast, maybe with another guest. So until then, hope you guys will enjoy and you guys keep smiling. Thank you, Pawan, for being here once again, and bye guys, keep smiling. Bye bye.
Thank you.